because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
Never even cashed a check still. I have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything, and everything is okay.
I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison.
In a surprising development, it has been reported that Floyd Mayweather is now fleeing from authorities after ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith revealed explosive financial papers while on air. These documents supposedly show that Mayweather is connected to a huge financial fraud totaling $42 million, and it is said that federal officials have now put out a warrant for his capture. Smith, who has for a long time doubted how Mayweather could afford such a luxurious lifestyle, stated that this is just the beginning of what will come out, and supporters and detractors are shocked as the boxing champion's perfect record and business holdings seem to be falling apart. This is a story that is still unfolding, and we will share more information as we get it.
Head for not paying someone money. Check this out.
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather. All of them. 3, 4, 5X. Yeah. And it's part of his business.
Floyd Mayweather's legal and financial issues have frequently been a topic of public curiosity. On one occasion, he shared that his lawyers told him to keep quiet about certain matters, promising they would manage everything behind the scenes. But even with their advice, Mayweather made it clear his wish for money and luxury had not gone away. He freely talked about his ongoing desire for the private jets, mansions, and all the rich lifestyle he had become used to. This comment showed that while his legal team worked to fix his problems, Floyd still focused on keeping his lavish way of life. His determination to keep his money matters secret, along with his strong wish to guard his wealth, shows a man who is set on keeping his high status and material success. Even with rumors and legal problems around him, Mayweather seems ready to keep going after more money and luxury no matter the difficulties he meets. This way of thinking shows his steady focus on his own benefit, even when facing legal and financial strain, pointing out the tricky parts of his career and what his fame costs him. I still have my private jets.
Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere, and still making millions every month.
So you didn't take this fight because you needed the money?
Actually, I didn't even want this. The fans demanded this fight. You know, at one particular time, and of course, with this fight, of course, I do want to make.
Stephen A. Smith has always been very open about how much he respects Floyd Mayweather, often praising what he achieved in boxing. He highlights how impressive it was for Floyd to stay undefeated through the last part of his career, pointing to his self-control, perfect defense, and smart technical skills. Smith sees Mayweather as a master planner who not only aimed to win fights but also made sure he never lost his style, mixed intelligence with exact execution, which made him a powerful presence in the ring. To Smith, Mayweather's control of boxing goes further than just the win record. The way he approached the sport and his skill at managing every part of a match are what really make him exceptional. Smith's regular praise shows Floyd's impact on the sport, pointing out how his methods and attitude created a high level of skill that fans and experts admire. In the view of Stephen A., Mayweather's greatness cannot be questioned, and it serves as a measuring stick for boxers who come after him.
Was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
After Floyd Mayweather moved on to doing exhibition fights, once he had retired, the amount of praise he used to get started to go down. His comeback to the ring, especially the match against Logan Paul, brought a lot of harsh criticism. Stephen A. Smith did not hold back in saying he disapproved, arguing that the contest did not have any real competitive value. Logan Paul, who was a YouTube star turned boxer with little experience, was not a true challenge for Mayweather, which made the whole thing look more about earning money than adding to his legacy. For Stephen, this action hurt the perfect image Mayweather had kept for so long. He saw it as a simple attempt to get paid rather than a show of true skill, especially for someone who had ruled the sport for so many years. The main criticism was that the match did not have the force or important meaning that was always part of Mayweather's earlier fights. Smith's remarks showed how moving to exhibition seemed to put making money ahead of protecting the fighters, standing as one of the all-time greats.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
Stephen A. Smith did not stop his criticism with just the Logan Paul fight. He constantly spoke about his worries regarding Mayweather's entire plan for doing exhibition matches. While Smith understood why the fight with McGregor happened, acknowledging that McGregor had experience in combat sports, he believed the exhibition matches that followed had no real value for Smith. The problem was not about fighting for the excitement or for his legacy. It was about Floyd picking opponents who were far below his own skill level just to make easy money. This, in his view, hurt the trustworthiness that Mayweather had worked so hard to build over many years. Smith pointed out that Mayweather's once perfect image as a powerful force in boxing was now in danger of being hidden by a series of less competitive fights. He stressed that Mayweather, who once fought for the difficulty and the honor, now seemed to focus mainly on making money. This change in what mattered to him, according to Smith, shifted how the public saw Mayweather. Instead of being honored for his unmatched abilities and successes, Floyd began to be viewed as someone who was taking advantage of his fame rather than continuing to expand the limits of the sport. Smith's opinion was straightforward: by putting money first, Mayweather was risking the very legacy he had created.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC.
The moment when Floyd Mayweather's career after retirement took a clear turn for the worse came when he was asked why he picked Logan Paul to fight instead of a more well-known boxer such as Tyson Fury. His reply was simply that Logan had a larger number of followers. That was the reason Mayweather gave for getting into the ring with Paul's social media popularity, not skill or competition or legacy. This answer caused worry for many people, including Stephen A. Smith, who saw it as proof that what mattered to Floyd had completely changed. Instead of fighting to test himself or build on what he had already achieved, Floyd seemed more interested in getting a big payment and drawing attention. The choice to fight Paul, a YouTube star with hardly any boxing experience, rather than a trained boxer, was viewed as moving away from the competitive spirit that had always been part of Mayweather's career. Smith and others who criticized him felt that Mayweather's choice to go after social media influence instead of athletic ability and talent showed he no longer cared about protecting his image as a fighter. This change demonstrated how money and being famous had taken over the goal of being great at boxing in Mayweather's work, leaving supporters and experts wondering what his real goals were.
Fight Logan Paul.
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury.
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul 56 million. Tyson Fury 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds.
There was a time when Floyd Mayweather held the position of the world's highest-earning athlete, not just in boxing, but in every sport. This status was not simply a result of his wins in the ring. It came from his ability to think ahead and his careful planning. His skill at making money through high-paying fights, smart business moves, and promotional work earned him a great deal of respect. However, as fresh details and rumors about his money start to come out, the picture of the perfect fighter and businessman is beginning to show flaws. Mayweather, who was once admired for his controlled approach to his work, now faces more and more questioning, people asking how he handles his fortune, with reports indicating that his financial standing may not be as strong as it used to be. The man who once bragged about his wealth and his perfect money management is now being closely examined, and some are questioning if his display of luxury is based on a solid foundation or if it is hiding deeper money troubles. As these facts come to light, they put a cloud over Mayweather's legacy, making fans and critics think again about what his success really cost. What was once seen as genius is now being doubted.
Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running. down to Las Vegas.
Logan Paul has said publicly that he wants to take Floyd Mayweather to court because he claims he has not been paid everything he earned from their exhibition fight back in June 2021. Paul states that he is owed somewhere between $1 million and $3 million from the pay-per-view money, which he says Mayweather's team kept for themselves. In an interview he did with TMZ Sports in 2022, Paul confirmed that he planned to start legal action, and he made clear how upset he was about the whole thing. Mayweather on his side has said these claims are not true, and he insists that Paul was paid everything he was supposed to get for the fight. The argument is really about how the money from the event was shared out, and Paul says Mayweather handled the funds badly and did not stick to their financial agreement. Even though Mayweather says these kinds of problems happen often in boxing and that payments sometimes take a while to come through, Paul still says he will go to court to get what he believes he is owed because he thinks the contract was broken. This legal fight shows how complicated and risky financial deals can be when it comes to big exhibition matches.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm not you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather's connection with the legal system has never been simple, and his financial success has not protected him from getting into legal trouble. Over the years, he has been involved in different legal problems, and has even spent time in jail for various offenses. Even though he has a huge amount of money, Mayweather has talked openly about how he feels he does not have real freedom, pointing out the personal price he pays for his fame and fortune. His difficulties with the justice system are not just a few separate events. They seem to show a pattern that often comes up linked to his money choices and how he lives his life, from legal fights about bills he did not pay to accusations connected to his very rich lifestyle. Floyd's legal problems have often stayed close to him, putting a dark cloud over what he achieved in the ring. His skill at making money has certainly been very impressive, but it has also brought a number of difficulties and results that cannot be overlooked. These legal issues, together with his occasional run-ins with the justice system, show a part of Mayweather's life that many people do not usually see: the cost of being famous and having money, and the heavy weight that goes along with it. Even with all his success, Mayweather's history with the law suggests that his path has been anything but easy.
You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, she was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, you know, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, you know, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months.
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back.
Rapper 50 Cent has also given his own account of what happened, explaining how he got involved with Mayweather during a difficult period when Floyd was locked up in jail. 50 Cent took charge of Mayweather Promotions, handling the business side. While Floyd was away, the rapper was very important in keeping the company going, putting in millions of dollars to make sure it did well. However, when Floyd got out, 50 Cent says Mayweather did not acknowledge what he had done and supposedly forgot about the financial help and did not pay back the money that 50 had put in. This story adds more detail to how complicated Mayweather's relationships are, especially when money is involved. It seems that Floyd's legal and money troubles have not only hurt how people see him, but have also damaged his personal connections. The situation with 50 Cent shows how Floyd's choices both in and out of the ring have led to arguments and feelings of betrayal that make his legacy more complicated. Floyd Mayweather's answer to what 50 Cent said was brief. He said he never asked 50 to step in and run Mayweather Promotions while he was in jail. This statement supported the idea that Floyd often puts his own interests ahead of loyalty and business promises by ignoring what 50 Cent contributed. Mayweather made his reputation for not caring about the people who assisted him even stronger. This reply shows a repeated way of acting where Floyd's attention to protecting himself and making money seems to matter more than his relationships and duties, leaving behind a series of broken partnerships.
He doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, like, I was concerned about him because, like, I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would qualify would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he felt like this. He'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. Like, he can do anything and they still stay there because it's like
yes man.
Right, yeah.
Adding more
Adding even more fuel to the fire, former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen brought up an uncomfortable truth regarding the fight between Mayweather and McGregor. He claimed that the event was not as big a financial hit as people thought, revealing that a large number of seats in the arena were purposely kept empty and then filled with people who were paid or placed there to make it look like the place was completely full since he was there covering the fight in person. Sonnen spoke openly against the false image created by Mayweather's publicity team, pointing out the empty seats that people watching at home never got to see on television. He remembered being told it was an event breaking all records, but the actual situation was very different. Sonnen even talked about his own experience, saying that when his mother chose to come watch the event, he saw the real situation with his own eyes. Even though the fight was promoted as a totally sold out show, thousands of seats had nobody in them. This information led Sonnen to admit that there is fake news in the world of sports promotion, showing how managing the image and building excitement was more important than how many people actually came and how successful it really was. Despite these facts, the pay-per-view numbers for the fight, which broke records, are still talked about as the highest ever in boxing history, with promoters still saying it was a win even when the people in the live audience did not match the story being told.
You can trust the news. There's no such thing as fake. I'm working for ESPN. We're broadcasting the Mayweather-McGregor fight live. And to this day, they will tell you that's a record. That's the biggest fight ever. That thing was sold out. That place was, people were dressed up as empty seats. And I mean thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And it's not even close. Yeah. This isn't like, it's pretty much, there's thousands of empty seats. That was the first time that in my own life I ever just, wow, fake news is real.
Wow.
And then Mayweather, they wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a rematch than they did leading into the first match. And the guys that wrote the checks.
But why didn't it sell out? I mean, it's such two big draws. They promoted it so well.
All anybody's talking about.
Yeah, there's still a number.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how big it draws, there's still a number. If this guy got 100 million, this guy got 100 million, then you got to advertise it, promote it. You got to bring
it's the guarantees that kill everything. If they were just getting percentages, then obviously everybody would.
You're saying the seats were empty. I can understand it not making the money, but the seats being empty seems
peculiar.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the world where you have a pay-per-view hit that didn't have a live audience hit. Like if your live audience is your first focus group, isn't sold out, you didn't do pay-per-view numbers.
Sure.
But boxing will still claim that to this day. They still to this day claim that that's number one. And if you want to be the biggest pay-per-view in boxing.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lord and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.